Now let's talk about six the hard way. You got a Trey at quarterback and a Trey at running back, and you're not using them together. You drafted them to work together. Trey Lance and Trey Sermon. Now, I just talked about getting Lance under center. Yeah, but the other half the time he's going to be in the gun. You do want to use his legs sometimes, not a 3-to-1 ratio of gun to under center, but 1-to-1. So when he's in the gun and you want to have a running play involving Lance and a running back, what you did was motion the running back out of the backfield against the Cardinals and just have Trey Lance run between the tackles with pulling blockers and no misdirection. It was really hard to watch. It looked like all of a sudden you were the least creative offensive coordinator in the league. So I'm trying to help you here. I understand you want that shotgun running game with Lance, but you got to have some misdirection. You drafted this running back, Trey Sermon, specifically to run the zone read, the read option with Lance. Why don't we see it? You had a whole game with Lance starting, and you only handed off to Sermon once, and he had a big game. It was in the fourth quarter. These guys should be playing together because I've already mentioned when Lance runs from the shotgun, he's averaging 5.4 yards per carry. When Sermon runs from the shotgun, he averages 5.1 yards per carry. Lance 5.4, Sermon 5.1. Those two make each other better on that play. Instead of running quarterback power with no running back in the backfield, run the freaking zone read like you used to do with Alfred Morris and RG3, like the 49ers used to do with Frank Gore and Colin Kaepernick. It's not that hard. You do it sometimes. I don't know why you decided taking away all the misdirection from your offense would help Trey Lance, but it's not. You need to use Trey Sermon. He's a good player. I don't understand why you've buried him I don't understand why you've buried him. I mean, clearly he's not as great of a fit for your under center traditional offense that you've run in the past. He played in the shotgun his whole life. Well, you're using a lot of shotgun this year. You're running Trey Lance from the shotgun with no running back to help him. It seems to me that Trey Sermon can only make Trey Lance a more effective runner and vice versa. You got two Treys. That's six the hard way. You should be using that. That's good in craps. Six the hard way. You get paid big time on that. So you want six the hard way to be your zone read. That's what you call it. Six the hard way, and call it a lot. Why are you not calling that? I mean, Trey Sermon and Trey Lance running that play is much more effective than Colin Kaepernick and Carlos Hyde back in the day. Much more dynamic. I want to see this, not Tim Tebow. I mean, you turned Trey Lance into Tim Tebow the way you ran him. Can you run him a little bit more like Lamar Jackson? They don't do that stuff in Baltimore. They actually give him a running back and let him run the zone read. Create a little indecision with the defense. Six the hard way. Trey Sermon is good. Play him. Kyle, that's two things that I'm helping you with.